this also kind of came to the insight that, we are kind of approaching towards this next generation of interfaces. Back in the day, in past, um, in order to communicate, or in order to interact with the machine, you actually had to type in the command. That was superseded by the present technology that we have right now, which is the graphical user interfaces, wherein you have drop downs, and you have widgets and everything by which you can access the data. So it's kind of this intermediate medium between your data and the question that you have. But with LLMs, now you are moving towards this interface wherein you will ask a question and it will communicate with your, you'll have something that will communicate with the data directly, and it will fetch back the answer. So there is no middleman over here. It's basically the question that you ask and the answer that you get. So it's what I call as QUI, or question-based user interface. There are obviously advantages of this, which is there's faster analysis, because now you can get the answer to the data directly through your question. There is seamless data access, which I mentioned. There is no intermediate factor. Hopefully that will lead to faster decisions, and there is equitable access as well, wherein you can ask the question, it will generate the data, and your boss can ask the question, or your subordinate can ask the question, and it will generate that same data. There is also a reduction in the learning curve. You don't have to read the or know exactly how to read how the program works and everything, and know that in detail. It's basically you start off with a question, and that's the answer that you get. As I mentioned, there are challenges that need to be overcome. What is the accuracy of the answers that you get? What is the latency? How fast can it retrieve the answer? Hallucinations, whether it hallucinates. And lastly, for our industry, security is one of the main challenges as well. How do you keep your data secure without sharing it with any of the LLM vendors?